Hello everyone and welcome to another Destiny 2 guide video. It's another week and you know what that means, it's another Grandmaster. This week we have the Proving Ground strike, which in my opinion is one of the more difficult strikes to accomplish and also one of the longer ones to accomplish. So with that said, this video is a little long, but I do want to show you all the fights. So if you are just looking for one in particular encounter, I did put the timestamps for each encounter below in the description, so feel free to go down there and click on that. But without any further ado, let's get right into it. This week's reward is the Adept Silicon Neuroma, the sniper rifle. It's pretty decent, good rolls, get out there and get it, and it's the last week for Grandmasters. This week we have Solar Burn, we have Solar Arc and Void Shields, we have Barrier Unstopped Champions, and we brought some special equipment you can see there on screen. The key here is the Ursa Furiosa pieces and the two Titans to this strat that we're going to use. You're going to see this in the gameplay. It's a huge benefit to being able to navigate each fight and to be able to stay safe and get that bonus damage from the shield. So let's get right into the first encounter. So for the builds, I'm running my Fusion Grenade Warlock. You've seen this on other GMs. It's just super strong. Also, having the well available to the team is going to be huge in some of these later fights. So the real thing we need to talk about are these Ursa Furiosa Titans. You can see CK is running one with the Cataclysmic, the Skyburners, and the New Purpose. We're not running any arc weapons, so having the New Purpose with Adaptive Munitions plus a Pointed Inquiry with Adaptive Munitions allow us to break the arc shields in this Grandmaster. Skyburners is key. It shoots through the Cabal shields, which we can shoot those little like shield generators very easily that way. So one thing I want to talk about is Ursa Furiosa. If you guys don't know, this essentially allows you to move faster with your Sentinel shield. It also converts the damage that the Sentinel shield takes into super energy. So it also drops orbs for your team. So and it's a big shield if you haven't used it before, and it guards against a ton of damage, and we're using two of them in order to chain these back to back, but then also we can chain a well in between if anything ever goes down. So there's a lot of survivability. It also empowers your weapons as you shoot through it. So again, just getting that buff and having that Titan in those Titans chaining these back to back is a huge benefit to our team. You're going to see that in the gameplay going forward. But let's get right into the first encounter. So for the first encounter, we're going to want to move up here on the left. This is a very safe area. There's a couple turrets you might have to worry about as you move up. But just take them out and just keep pushing forward through here, up through these rocks. And you're going to come to this area up here on the right, and you're going to take this rock position here and look down below you. There's going to be a couple champs that you're going to want to take out if you're looking for that platinum score. If you're not looking for the platinum score, you can go straight up to the far left. Sometimes the champs will follow you and sometimes they won't. So that's why we suggest doing this first part from here, taking out this champ as you can see us doing on screen now, and then moving up to the left, the far left, as you'll see us do in a little bit. So just coordinate, work through this, work as a team. It is pretty safe, but you'll see here shortly we do take some pretty serious damage. So just be cautious, work as a team, make your call outs. And focus these enemies as a team, okay? But again, going for platinum, you're going to want to stay here. That was a sticky grenade, and the only reason I lived is because I had restoration. So you can see you can take a lot of damage. So just be careful, work as a team, play smart.
I don't know. Who knows? The great oh, jeez! Oh!
Jesus, strudel.
I almost killed myself.
Strudel's throwing.
I am throwing.
So as you can see here now on screen, we're moving up to that far left position I was talking about. And there's going to be some more champs, and then the boss is going to spawn. It's very safe back here. One thing to note, as you're going to see shortly on screen, is that the turrets will wreck you, okay? Be very careful. Okay, I took 2 shots from that guy. I'm at half health. So just be very careful. If someone take aggro, the other 2 shoot it, work as a team, and move up accordingly. And then throughout this fight, I'm going to kind of come in and chime back in and kind of guide you through it. But use this big rock here to my right as your best source of cover, and fall back behind it. As you can see, I just did. I fell in this gap, which I didn't want to do, but fall back behind it as you need to, and as you need to recover, and use this rock for cover to take out all the ads and things in this area. Plus, there's a champ, so coordinate your fire. Work together. If you're using the fusion grenade build, as you can see, I'm just throwing out those grenades. They do a ton of damage to these champs. So use it wisely. When this spawn happens, you're going to want to be smart about it. They're going to push you pretty hard. You can also drop a well here if you feel the need to, but we like to save our well for the spawn that's going to happen to our immediate left, just in case that becomes a hassle.
I'm such a good player. Stop pushing.
I've got a brick on the floor, that's why I use mine. Block that off because he's going to send it.
I'm going to send it.
Oh, he burned through that shield pretty quick.
So now that all the ads are down, we're working on the boss to get him to health. You can see he hits hard, so be very careful. Again, if your team is taking a lot of heat, you can use a well, or even use one of your Ursas if you have it up, in order to give yourself some protection. But again, we like to save it for the spawn that's on the left, so don't go right ahead and just start burning through your supers. This spawn that's happening right now on screen can be very dangerous. You can see I popped the well immediately because there's a champ right on top of you, and if you don't have some sort of survivability here, you can take some pretty extensive damage and really get in a bad position, and it can wipe you. In my opinion, this first area, besides the boss area, is probably one of the most difficult parts of this entire a Grandmaster, and slow and steady work through and coordinate as a team. You can see the shield is up now on the boss. This is where we're going to be using skyburners in order to take down the shield generator that's next to him. We're going to use that skyburner's oath in order to not push him and get close, which is extremely dangerous, but shoot him from range. You can see back there, I'm kind of watching it happen. Cam is taking aggro right from the boss. As you can see, he just died. But then we have CK on my right, on my far back right, who's just peppering that generator from distance. He's very safe back there. He can't take a lot of damage, and you have one guy kind of holding back like I'm doing, ready for the res. Now we break the shield and the boss pushes and immediately targets me and kills me, but the other two are pretty safe behind this rock here, this storage bin or whatever it's called. So usually he doesn't push out like this, but he will. So just be prepared. Once that breaks, you should communicate with your team. You know, it's smoking. It's gonna go. It's gonna blow. You know, like communicate with your team so you can get out fast. Now they're able to take him down pretty effectively once you get to that point. Burn your heavy, your cataclysmics if you need to, and get him gone as soon as possible, and then you can move on to the next area.
I'm back up to max.
So once we get to this next area, you're going to go up this elevator, and you're going to come to the elevator, and this... I said the last part was probably one of the hardest parts, but this part is pretty hard as well. You're going to want to come up here and take out any ads you can see, and you can see CK moves to the front. And this is gonna like trigger the ads and mainly the little like interceptors to come up and get into range of the other two. So one person stays up there so they kind of get enticed, right? And the other two stay back here to take out the interceptors. You know, slow and steady, because they can do a lot of damage to you once you drop down in. So we like to take those out ahead of time. This is a super safe way to do it. Sure, there's faster ways to do it, but if you're looking for your first clear of this Grandmaster, I would highly suggest doing this, because this room can get out of hand very quickly. So stay up here, take the interceptors out, and then you're going to see we're going to drop in and move to the left.
Nice try, Cam. Nice try. I saw that. It's good.
Smoking. This is by far the longest GM. If we can guarantee the completion this way, You can try speedrun it, but we just make sure we
Did he
do it
die?
safe. No, he teleported. He got stuck on a lip, which made him teleport. Wait, I thought he died then. He's nearly there. He's smoking. He's on fire now.
$100 bill. Look at you. Look at you.
There you go. Right. On this part, we're going to jump straight down.
Alright, once you've taken out those interceptors, it's going to be time to drop in. We like to clear any ads that we can see to kind of give us some breathing room once we drop in, but we're going to drop in and move to the left, as you'll see on screen very shortly here, right now. So we're going to go over here, and there's this little like barricade, and this is going to be our sweet spot, okay? We're going to want to stay here and kind of work those ads in the middle. Now, you can use your cataclysmic, like you can see, use your heavy, spend your heavy on these guys in the middle, Wither Horde going out, etc. That was a bad shot, but you get the point. And then grenades from your fusion guy just going out there to try to whittle these guys down as best you can. Watch out for these slows, though, because they can wreck you. They do a lot of damage as well. You can see the additional shields going up from your Titans, etc. Watch out for this spawn on the left, and watch out for the dog spawn that will come in a little bit. You really want to start to coordinate as a team here. A lot of communication needs to go into this. You know, ad spawn on the left, you know, big dude pushing on the right, dogs coming on the right, dogs coming on the left, whatever it might be, because you're going to want to focus together as a team and be very coordinated here. So as much communication as you can have, you know, we like to say clear comms, you know, purposeful comms, whatever it might be, that's what we're going to want. So continue to take these guys out, and then once the tank spawn is when you're going to see us start to chain our supers, and I'll be back for that.
Dogs.
Skyburner's actually hitting pretty hard.
That was too
He beats him
short.
strudel in the back of the head.
Yeah, I gotta get my hits in somehow.
Nice.
I think that hit him. I think that Wither Horde's hitting him. Totally is.
Yeah, it is.
Totally is.
Ammo run.
I'm good on
Right, so
ammo.
when we kill this guy, we want to be back on cam in that left corner, because we're going to be popping Ursas.
So as you can hear CK on screen there just say, this last interceptor is our last guy. We always try to leave one last guy in order to kind of run around, grab some ammo, whatever it might be, and stay relatively safe while doing it. If you can do that, I would highly suggest it, but it's not always that way, and that's okay. But we're going to take him out the best we can here, and then those tanks are going to spawn, and that's when things are really going to have to, you know, step up a notch. All right, he's down. Okay, as you can see, we all fall back to our safe area back here, and here come the Sentinel shields. Sentinel shield 1 goes up, and we immediately start to focus that left tank. Get him down as soon as possible. Obviously, we're getting pushed here, so we need to coordinate and take those guys out, but keep the Sentinel shields coming. Now, our other Titan went down, so that's where my well comes in. While we get him, we don't have another Sentinel shield to chain, so the well goes down, and then he's able to chain. Now, he's standing in the well, so he's not going to be creating orbs for us, but again, the fact remains that he's just protecting the incoming onslaught of damage from those tanks to us, and the well's remaining. And you can see I'm almost back to my well at this point. So if we had 2 full sentinel shields, we would have had a well back already. So one more Titan goes down again. We're going to coordinate, keep those grenades coming, keep the wither horde going, keep everything going out, and do your best to stay alive. And then once the sentinel shields are back, it's back to getting down these tanks. So we're going to work the right tank now and take him out. And you can see this is where we're using a lot of our heavy on those weak points, on those little leg thrusters or whatever they are, in order to bring him down quickly and efficiently. Now the sentinel shields are gone. We don't have them back, so the well goes down. Again, added survivability, added protection for our team, and just that little edge for us to be able to clear this room. Once those tanks go down, it gets a lot easier. So focus those tanks first, bring them down, and coordinate as a team, and you'll be through this room just fine.
That's because I was... Yeah.
Yep.
I only died then because I was looking on the, my thingy, my super bar. The moment I looked up, I got shot.
Okay, I'm gonna grab some of these orbs. I'll have well back. I'm halfway to my well, so.
Now that the tanks are down, you can see we're starting to move up. We're spreading out a little bit. We're treating this more like a true GM at this point. Not that this isn't, but you get my point. You know, we're spreading out, we're dividing fire, and we're moving up methodically in order to take these remaining champs out. It gets very easy after those tanks are done, like I said. So that's why we want to focus those tanks first, then take out these remaining adds, these remaining champs, and then we can move forward on to the next room. Once we come to this next room, this is that room where like the rocks are flying and whatnot, and you're going to kind of divert the power. So we're going to stay back here, work this champ from a distance, and do our best not to take too much damage. If you do take a little bit too much, you know, as the warlock, you can pop your empowering rift. But as the Titans, you can put up a shield if you need to block some incoming damage and give yourself some breathing room. Once you get them down, you can push into the next room and just kind of methodically work your way through here. There's going to be snipers, there's going to be little adds everywhere. Just work your way through, stay safe, and try not to get stuck with a grenade.
Pick up, but drop straight away.
So as you heard CK just say there on screen, we're going to pick up the little power core, and we're going to drop it straight away. We do pop a super here in order just to clear out these adds really quickly, and then put up that Sentinel Shield. Sentinel Shield is going to protect us from incoming damage from the champ on our right, plus the turrets on our left, and it's going to allow us to kind of take some additional damage. Now he gets pushed back and he doesn't keep it out, but usually we'd want to keep that out here and use it to our advantage to take out this stuff as much as we can.
I'll go for Rob.
Yeah.
Once you get the stuff in the room down, someone can go back, grab that power core again, and come dunk it into the appropriate one. And essentially, this next room is going to be rinse repeat. You can see CK's got it there. He's going to go dunk. Me and Cam are ready at the door. The door opens immediately after he dunks, so we want to be here and ready so that we can control the adds coming through it. You can see a grenade went out, and you know, kind of plug that gap real quick. If you stay within the door like you see me doing right now, you can be pretty safe. But then the Sentinel Shield can go out like you see on screen now, and we can work this high value target as we call them really effectively, as long as you don't throw a grenade into the ceiling like you see me do. You can use that Sentinel Shield to your advantage and get him down as best you can. And then you just move through, pick up another core, and we'll be back in a few seconds.
No, it won't.
I don't see anything. Yeah, that's.
It's because we haven't killed the HVT. Now we'll get the ads.
What the hell are they?
On your right, gladiators.
So as you can see, what just happened here, as soon as we killed that HVT, we got a bunch of ad spawns behind us, and CK called it out pretty effectively. And you can see I immediately pop my Empowering Rift and try to take them out as quickly as possible. If you start getting pushed from both sides, it gets very hairy very quickly, and it can mean a wipe for your team. Now you can push through the room and come back and do it, but if you're already here, you might as well have one of your Sentinel Titans and your Warlock stay here and effectively clear them out as best they can. The other Sentinel Shield, CK, moves up, grabs the core. There might be one or two ads remaining, but nothing one person can't really handle. And then grabs the core and comes up and helps you take out this barrier champ that spawns. But two people should be able to clear out that ad spawn pretty effectively. And then, yeah, I don't know why he dropped it. I think he thought we were in trouble, but you can just come up and dunk.
I'm going to the top first. I've got a heavy brick up there.
Cam, you're such a gentleman for always allowing him to, pop first. Such a gentleman.
As soon as he dunks, this door next door opens, and as I'm sure you guys know, there's a bunch of ads. There's dogs that'll push you. There's a couple champs. And be ready for it. You can see I was waiting right there. Cam was right behind me. Again, Sentinel Shield goes out. He can take all that incoming damage and buff our damage that's going out. Now he gets pushed back here real quickly, and he gets right back into it. Right? As your Titan, get right back into it. And then once that shield's going down, my well goes down, right? Because we just used a shield, so we only have one. So the well goes down here in order to benefit our team and give us that extra little bit of survivability. Once you get everybody down, it's into the room, take out the remaining ads, and then jump on that elevator, and it's on to the final boss fight.
And another heavy drop off.
Dude, that Skyburners is.
Yep.
Okay, we are now in the boss fight, and you can see our position back here. When you enter the room, it's in the far back left over by this, what we call the Easy Bake Oven. Once you're here, this is your best safe spot. Once you activate that flag or whatever it's called in the middle, he's going to launch some fireballs at you. This Easy Bake Oven will keep you protected. Now, one thing to note is you can't really go inside of there too often because the floor does become lava, right? But this is a very safe location. And as you can see on screen, we always try to keep a Titan shield down where you see it now because it just adds a little bit of extra protection we found and really allows you to kind of stay back here really scot-free. And you can work this boss down pretty easily from back here and pretty safely. You saw that ad push. When that ad push happens, just coordinate with your team. Keep that Wither Horde coming. Keep it on the ground. And this is where Wither Horde, in my opinion, for this GM really comes into its own because you can stay back here and have Wither Horde just kind of eat him away, essentially, slowly but surely. Just keep tagging him with it, keep him down, and when he launches his fireballs at you, just kind of go into the Easy Bake Oven. If you stay up on the ledge, you don't take any damage. You can see me do it right here. So right about here, you won't really take that much damage, if any, because they'll hit the Easy Bake Oven exterior before they hit you. So it's a very safe location. And then just keep those grenades coming, keep those Wither Hordes on him, and get him down to that first area where he's going to spawn his shield. And that's where we need to coordinate as a team and work together because we're going to have some ad spawns to our right, and it's a very potentially dangerous ad spawn if we don't use it correctly. So as soon as you see him go immune, be ready for that unstoppable. That unstoppable on screen now will mess your team up if you don't bring him down quickly like you saw us just do. Bring him down quickly and efficiently, and then you're pretty safe again. You can kind of work the ads, work any remaining ads. There's going to be some more ads here on the left. You can see us go over and try to take them out. another unstoppable, etc. Just kind of work this easy bake oven. You can see it's activated right now, so if we land on there, we're gonna die. So just kind of work the edge, jump over it, jump back and forth, and this is our safe haven. Once you get all the remaining adds down, you can have your Skyburners person go up there and start shooting the generator with the Skyburners from distance in order to safely remove that shield, and you don't need to get close to him. The other two people really should just be drawing boss aggro while that Skyburners person is doing his work to bring that down. As soon as that shield goes down, you can see there's a spawn, and you need to bring that spawn down effectively. Drop the Wither Horde right on the spawn location, right where they're dropping, and it'll do most of the work for you. You might have a couple stragglers, but just work together and bring them down. Use your grenades, use your melee abilities, whatever it might be, to bring them down quickly and efficiently so they don't cause trouble for your team. And then just go right back to damaging the boss. Wither Horde goes out for that tick damage, and just kind of take it slow and steady. I like to save heavy here for the champions that spawn and potential any adds that might be pushing you a little too dangerously. So just use your Wither Horde here. You should be getting green ammo from killing those adds that spawn, so you shouldn't need too much ammo reserves or anything like that. You should be getting them pretty easily.
Yeah, ADS.
So we're going to keep working that boss. He's getting very close to entering into his next phase of damage, and I want to bring this up because this is a crucial part. He's going to go above the easy bake oven in his shield, and it becomes a death trap for us if we don't get out, and we're going to use our Ursa Furiosas to do so. So as soon as you see him go immune again, you are going to want to run to the back of the room from our vantage point here, but essentially where you come in. So he's immune now, and you're going to see them push up. Ursa Furiosas are going to take all of the incoming damage, whether that's a fireball or shots from adds, whatever it might be. You're going to take that, and you're going to help us move back here. And the reason why we move back here is because those fireballs really don't reach you way back here. They usually explode before they get back here. You're going to have some spawns, as you can see. Unstoppable champs, you're going to need to work as a team. That well, if you need it, is very crucial back here because it can keep your team alive. So we're going to work together as a team. There goes the well because I'm weak and I don't want to die. And I don't want my teammates to die. And if I'm our only protection, I need to make sure I stay alive, right? And so if I'm the protection back here and I die, that puts them in a very bad position. So if I'm about to die and I don't have any ways of healing anymore, get that well out. Once you've done successfully clearing the adds that spawn those champs, etc., it's time for that Skyburners guy to go back to do his work. And your job here, as the other two, is, as you can see on screen, taking out the fireballs effectively so that he can do his work. As soon as that shield goes down, it's back to the easy bake oven. The Ursa is your guide. Use the Ursa, push through, right? Push through, take all the damage, use that Ursa to its advantage, and work back to the easy bake oven. And once you're back here, it's time for Wither Horde to shine, because you're going to want to take out these adds that are spawning. You're going to want to take out the boss, etc. Obviously, focus the adds first, but if you can, drop a big Wither Horde shot on an ad spawn and take them all effectively, it's pretty good. If your other Ursa's up already, he can attempt to go up and give your team some added damage, but or use his super to damage the boss. But essentially now it's just kill the boss. The faster you can kill the boss, the faster you can move up. If he pushes you like he just did to us, move to the other side. That's the beauty of the easy bake. He won't follow you through there, so you can just use the easy bake to coordinate back and forth, tease him over to one side, move to the other, tease him back over there, move to the other, etc. Don't get stuck like you see me doing, but you get the point. And just keep working him. Work him the best you can. Keep the Wither Horde on him as you see me doing. Keep the Wither Horde going because it's going to tick. I mean, we're ticking for 2,500, I think. That's what that said right there. That's a pretty crazy damage amount. So keep that on him. Keep it on him at all times.
Yeah, I got
It's gonna be the best you can. I'm gonna die
I'm
right
gonna
here.
die though.
Yep. So I waited too long to push there. That's what happened.
Weird.
I waited too long to move to the other side, and I died. And you know, I was punished for it. So I should have moved over a lot sooner. But again, you can see we're just teasing him back and forth, and that's going to be the end of the fight. Once he
I
dies,
hit him with Wither Horde,
it's
he'll die, he'll
GG's,
die.
and it's on to the next one, and you can keep farming.
Good res.
But that's going to do it for the video, everybody. Thank you all so much. If this video helped you, please drop a like and consider subscribing. Thank you all so much. Have a great night. Bye-bye.
Literally everything is going to my